Question.
Treat this seriously.
Let him ask the question.
£27 million had been wasted because you contracted with a company that was on the verge of insolvency. Now, the cabinet member has been forced to go out into the public domain and defend this. So my question is for the cabinet member: is it her case that her predecessor and Councillor Boothroyd did or did not have all relevant information available to them when they contracted with Geoffrey Osborne in September 2022?
So I just want to set some context here, because the Labour administration took over these very challenging schemes which had been started under the previous administration. And I want to say the resilience, commitment and collaborative effort from the team and our new contractor has now meant that despite the mess that we inherited, we will be delivering 64 units of social rents, and they will very much shortly be completed. We all know that the real reason for this attack is to undermine our achievements as a leading developer of council homes.
People's Republic of Westminster. People's Republic of Westminster.
This Labour Council is now the 5th biggest builder of council homes in the country, and we will not allow the Conservative opposition to stop us building more council homes for local people. Before I answer your question, I do want to add, Cllr Fisher, throughout this period, you were Chair of the Budget Scrutiny Task Group, Chair of the Overview and Scrutiny Committee, Chair of the Housing and Regeneration Policy Committee.
I was always the Chair of your
and
meetings.
not once did you raise any concerns or call this decision in, despite now saying that events were foreseeable. It is a classic case of Captain Hindsight.
Absolute nonsense.
Nevertheless, now we are here and I've got the mic, I would like to put this on record and outline the facts of this case. It was in 2018, under the previous administration, where the strategic outline case for this was approved. It was in 2020, again, under the previous administration, where the council began its contractual relationship with Geoffrey Osborne.
And what happened in September
It
2022?
was again in 2021, under the previous administration,
In September
when a credit monitoring
2022.
report flagged up a change in the risk of failure from 91 to 72. This was noted by my Conservative predecessor, but of course at that point there was no suggestion of moving away from a contractual relationship with Geoffrey Osborne. The Conservatives also continued to engage with Geoffrey Osborne across a number of sites across Westminster, and it was after the election in 2022 when, of course, the Conservatives lost control of the council due to the public recognition of their appalling mismanagement, that my predecessor, Councillor Noble, as in alignment with the trajectory set out under the previous administration, awarded the main works contract to Geoffrey Osborne. It must be noted at that point that the credit rating for Geoffrey Osborne had in fact recovered. Unfortunately, in April 2024, due to the chaos, as we all know, caused by the Liz Truss mini-budget...
Osborne said.
No,
They know more than you do.
If you let me finish, as Geoffrey Osborne themselves said in their own report, but due to the Liz Truss mini-budget, they went into administration and works unfortunately stopped. The council acted swiftly to secure the sites, and by October we had secured a new contractor to take over the works. Many other local authorities still have sites unfinished after supplier insolvency in this challenging market, and it was Labour's swift action and negotiating skills which allowed us to secure another contractor to take on the works. Of course, I know what happened here is unfortunate. I know that any money wasted is money that I can't invest in building more social housing. However, it was the Conservatives who were the architects and authors of this situation and should take full responsibility.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have a supplementary, Councillor?
I may well do, Lord Mayor. I may well do. I think it's astonishing. It's laughable, in fact. The cabinet members don't want to take responsibility, but they are willing to say that chairman of high-level budget scrutiny task groups should. Councillor Williams, beware for future, just for your benefit. Now, it's clear, isn't it, that in fact cabinet members don't even have the available public information at their hands now, because you blame it on the mini-budget from Liz Truss, which of course was not in September 2022. The publicly available information proves that the finance director of Geoffrey Osborne was saying in September 2022 that they were in dire financial circumstances. So it's clear, isn't it, the answer to my question, that either not all relevant information was available, or it was and you took the wrong decision. Now, assuming that you didn't, because your public case is that you didn't have all available information, here's the question. What concrete steps has the Cabinet member taken to identify why, on her case, she didn't have the internal memo available to her from February 2022?
Sorry, are you addressing that question to me? Because
I am.
I
What
wasn't
concrete
the
steps
cabinet
have you taken to investigate why that memo was not available to your predecessor?
Yeah, we have done a lot. We have done, well, of course, we'll all be at overview and scrutiny committee where we'll go through in depth exactly the steps which were taken, what, where and when.
We will.
Unfortunately, that memo was not shared with Councillor Noble at the time, and that was because the credit safe rating for Geoffrey Osborne had recovered at that point.
Not according to the Finance
Thank
Director
you.
of Geoffrey Osborne.
Question. Councillor Hassan.